Hey everybody, Jillian here for Illustrated Faith, and today I'm going to be sharing a Bible journaling process video using the Chasing Rainbows devotional kit. Over the last few weeks I've had a lot of fun playing around with the gel plate and brayer and the stencil from the kit, and so I pulled a couple prints from my gel plate as I've been playing around with it, and I'm going to do a few more for today's page just to create some elements that I can cut out and use as a background here in Matthew 19. So lately it's been really fun to learn what works and what doesn't work with these tools, and I'll share a little bit about that here. These were some prints that I had pulled using the plate a few weeks ago. This was the best one really, so I really just want to see if I can duplicate this just in some different colors. I also want to note that this is by no means a tutorial about how to use a gel plate. I just wanted to take something that I was already experimenting with and incorporate that into a project that I'm currently working on. So here we are. So I'm first starting with this Cornflower blue from the Target Handmade Modern Acrylic paint line, and then using some Satin Cherry Blossom, and then later on I'll bring in a Marigold color. They go really well with the kit, so I picked these up. And I'm just putting down one color, picking up some of the paint from inside the stencil, and then rolling another color on top of it for those dual colors. And so just trying different color combos here. I like this yellow as it is, but I'll go ahead and roll some pink on there and then get a yellow and pink. So I will end up cutting these little bits up and then layering them on my Bible page. So here we go with this really pretty marigold color, and then I'm going to put that cornflower blue on top of it, put the paper down, press it on there, and then just peel back and see what we get. That's part of the fun, is the mystery of what will we end up with. So I went ahead and let those dry. It took really no time at all, and then I'm going to fussy cut each one of these little pieces out, and then we'll go from there. I have just about each one of these strips cut out, and then I'm going to go ahead and kind of arrange them on the page to see maybe where I want them, and then instead of using a tape runner to get them down, I'm going to go ahead and use this Mod Podge. I haven't used Mod Podge in years, so we're going to see how this goes. I also have this piece of tissue that I was playing around with on the gel plate, and I really like the colors. I think they go well with the kit. So while I have the Mod Podge out, I'm just going to go ahead and put this down first on the background of my page and then layer these pieces over it. So just making sure I have a large enough piece here to cover the whole page. I'm going to struggle to get this guy open. Like I mentioned, I haven't used it in years, so I had to peel off some of the dried glue in order to get it open. I have a large, junky paintbrush that I'll use to apply the Mod Podge. I'm sure I'm doing it wrong. I'm sure so many of you guys are watching in horror during this process video. So I have a thin layer down, and I'm just going to press the tissue on top of that, and then I'll go ahead and flip the page over and trim off the excess on those three sides. And then I'm just going to go ahead and arrange these guys onto my page. I have an idea where my title and journaling and die cut elements that I want to use are going to go, so that's kind of informing where the color is going to go. Like, I wouldn't want to put pink stickers on top of, one of these pink pieces, because then it would kind of get lost. So then I'm just going to take that brush again and dip it in some Mod Podge and go ahead and brush that on the back of each piece. And then once all of those are down, I'm going to put another layer of Mod Podge on top of each one so that they don't move around or peel up at the corners or anything like that. Once I've got a nice thin layer down, I'm going to go ahead and let that air dry and then work on some other elements. So I'll fussy cut these guys out and then look through the die cut paper pieces to see which ones I want to use for this entry. If I haven't mentioned it already, I'm doing the entry that is titled See Jane Find, and this one just totally got me right straight to the heart. As a mom of two littles who's been home with them for the last 5 months or so, as we are navigating this, pandemic together, I definitely get where Vanessa's going with this. It's so beautifully written. I'm just going to read all of it to you guys. She writes, "Children love to be where you are, often following you from room to room, even when you explain that the specific room you're in is intended for privacy. Most of the time, they're not even aware of just how much they follow you.
It's almost an involuntary response to their need to be near you, absorbing every inch of space and attention that you can offer them. While it may feel exhausting at times, there's also a tenderness in knowing that you are a person whom they dearly love and whose attention they value. Likewise, each exchange you give them adds to their own sense of companionship, value, and being loved. They're enamored by you, your knowledge, your time, your ability to repair things, your provision, and your affection. As you give and make yourself available to them, they in turn share their love, time, secrets, dreams, discoveries, and more with you. You have been given access to their beautiful little world and are now a carrier of their love. They find comfort, satisfaction, and a sense of home in your nearness. She says, like a child, we should seek to remain in God's presence and follow Him. Jesus' words, "Let the children come to me," are an invitation to come and experience the love, satisfaction, and fullness of joy that only His presence can give. He desires for us to come, sit at His feet, bring Him our brokenness, share our joys and discoveries of the day, cry out, ask of Him, and more. He delights in the pitter-patter of our feet as we come running, and unlike an earthly parent, our Heavenly Father never grows weary of our need to be near Him. And for that, I am just so grateful because I am living in that fatigue right now, and I'm so glad that our Heavenly Father is totally limitless and self-sufficient, and that's something that doesn't faze Him. So I jotted down like a blurb from Vanessa's devotional on another index card. I really liked using that for journaling as I worked through this kit. I grabbed a marker, a stamp to highlight that passage over there in Matthew 19, verse 14, and then I layered up some additional die cut pieces. I wanted to definitely tone down that red at the top, so I put a die cut rainbow up there, and then layered some more of my gel plate printing with that blue rainbow and yellow branches. So that's going to do it for me. It's not too late to join us for Chasing Rainbows. I've got the devotional kit linked down in the video description below. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you soon.